Murder 23 and 24 in one weekend. Business chamber head urges citizens to call Crime Stoppers. Minority leader calls for political entities to join him in a day of prayer for Tobago. PDP launches its political campaign and the 2025 Tobago Jazz, Music and Golf Weekend launched. Good evening, I'm Patricia Nicholson Richards. Welcome to the Tobago Updates television news for Monday, 23rd September 2024. The community of Argyle, still reeling from the murder of Victoria Guerra, who was known as Dolly Boss, was rocked by two murders over the weekend, pushing the murder toll to 24. Brandon Edwards, 27 of Lamy Road, was shot dead on the night of Friday, 20th September. Witnesses reported hearing multiple gunshots prior to his discovery. 2 days later, just after 2 a.m. on Sunday, Nicholas Mitchell, also known as Daddy T, also of Argyle, was shot dead while asleep. Investigations are continuing into both murders. Meanwhile, attorney Martin George, chairman of the Tobago Business Chamber, is urging Tobagonians to use Crime Stoppers if they have information about crime on the island. His call comes as Tobago recorded its 23rd and 24th murders over the weekend. George, who also serves as director of the Crime Stoppers Board, assured Tobagonians that it is a safe and effective way to provide the police with information that could lead to arrests.
If you feel you don't want to talk to the police, call the Crime Stoppers number, 800-TIPS. Let us solve this issue. Let's get the information and put a stop to this runaway horse that is crime in Tobago.
Meanwhile, he reiterated his call for national security to be more effective in monitoring how guns are being smuggled onto the island.
We of the Tobago Business Chamber have said repeatedly the inflow of illegal guns and drugs in Tobago, it is too much. It has to stop. We have to start policing the ferries more effectively and efficiently. As I say repeatedly, you are scanning a walk-on passenger and you are doing nothing in relation to someone who could drive on with a van load of illegal guns.
The central government has long promised scanners at the port spanning multiple administrations. Despite being included in recent budget statements, they have yet to be implemented at the Scarborough port. In the meantime, the seas remain vulnerable as all major Coast Guard vessels are down for repair. Minister of National Security Fitzgerald Hines has stated that it could take up to 14 months to get the vessels back into operation. Minority leader Kelvin Morris called for a day of prayer for Tobago earlier today via Facebook Live. Morris stated that there seems to be a feeling of heaviness across the island, which he does not know the source of. He said Tobago is in a dark place and it is manifested in the events the island is experiencing.
Whether it be with crime, whether it be with the accidents, we are seeing, but something just ain't right in this space that we all love, cherish and adore.
He asks people of all political affiliations who have a genuine interest in the island and in changing things to come together and pray.
On Sunday, between the hours of 3 and 6 p.m., for those who can come physically, we will announce the place and the space, but we are asking for persons or prayer warriors to come out and let us simply lift this island up in prayer.
He said everyone needs to come together as an island and have a day of genuine prayer, repentance and thanksgiving.
So this is my genuine call to all of Tobago, Sunday 29th of September at a venue to be confirmed because we are waiting on the confirmation. Calling on all interested Tobagonians. We have already reached out to various denominations, both of all the various religions and the groupings, for the leadership to come on board.
He said there will be identified prayer points and a session for people to pray and testify. He also called on people from Trinidad to join, noting that prayer is needed for the nation. We'll take a short break and come back with more. Stay tuned. All roads lead to the Sid Grace Sporting Complex on Tuesday, 24th September for the THA Republic Day Cultural Show and Fireworks Display. With performances performances by the Trinidad and Tobago Fire Services Band, the Best of Best Village 2024, highlights from the Tobago Heritage Festival 2024, Flaming Fire Limbo, Franz Job, a steel pan blowout featuring Kirsch Ramsey, Calypso Quartet, and much more. The cultural show begins at 6 p.m. and the fireworks display at 8 p.m. It's the THA's Republic Day cultural show and fireworks display. Don't you miss it.
This is how it's gonna go. They better look up below, 'cause this is your show, and everybody's gonna know. Say it to them once again. They better look up below. This is your show, and everybody's gonna know. That's how it's gonna go. They better look up below, 'cause this is your show.
Coconut's Cafe, the buffet restaurant that specializes in all your tasty local dishes. For breakfast and for lunch. Breakfast includes coconut bake and sada roti, served with chokers, bull joil, and sausages in tomato sauce. Not forgetting beef and cheese pies, shepherd's pie, macaroni pie, and rice in various styles. Meat served in a variety of flavors, garden salads, and pasta salads. All this accompanied by fruit juices, coconut water, your choice of a great combination to appease your taste buds. So call us today to order, as we are here to accommodate your busy schedules, or if you are having a cooking day off.
Are you an architect or draftsman looking to upgrade your skills, or a beginner eager to master essential tools? ReCAD Labs has the solution. Our Revit Architecture Fundamental Tobago course is designed to boost your skills and confidence. Running from October 6th to November 17th, this course includes a live session on November 17th for hands-on learning. Learn from experts in our virtual classroom and stay ahead in the world of architecture. Visit recadlabs.com to enroll now and follow us on social media for updates.
Dream 2024, the Black Onyx. Tobago, are you ready? Introducing for the first time on the Dream stage, the King of Steam himself, Young Breda, alongside DJ Hottie.
Yo, it's all about the 5th of October in Tobago Show Park. It's all about Dream. Shout out to Mighty Crush, Young Breda, DJ Hottie. We're gonna be there live and alive. We're gonna make it Stevie, oh, everybody, brother, come on, mad enough. You know who does that?
Dream 2024. It's happening Saturday, October 5th at Shore Park Complex, Tobago from 11:30 p.m. to 8 a.m. Get ready to live the dream.
Welcome back. The Progressive Democratic Patriots have launched its Tobago campaign with the aim of regaining its true powers. Political leader Watson Duke kicked off the election campaign on Sunday night with the first in a series of public broadcasts under the theme, Tobago Must Win, Awi Hafo Win. Duke discussed the history of Tobago's union with Trinidad and how it continues to hinder the island's development. More in this report from Candice Jackson.
In the opinion of political leader of the PDP, Watson Duke, Tobago was
not a natural fit for Trinidad. They forced us to be with Trinidad.
Duke explained that after the Belmana riots of 1876, Queen Victoria decided to take control of Tobago, dissolve the Tobago House of Assembly, and merge the island with Trinidad.
The Queen lied on the people of Tobago. The people of Tobago did not desire to be with the people of Trinidad. We did not desire. But the Queen said yes, they desire it, and she consented.
By 1899, the law took effect, and Tobago was made a ward of Trinidad. Duke noted that despite the events of the first half of the 20th century, including independence and the establishment of the THA Act, the essence of the law remained unchanged.
And when they gave Tobago independence, they told the PNM, who was in charge then, you cannot set Tobago free. Tobago must remain a ward to be controlled, because the people of Tobago, they are natural born fighters.
He highlighted that the current THA lacks lawmaking powers, with all its policies and functions subject to Section 75 of the Trinidad and Tobago Constitution, which requires cabinet approval. While a bill is currently before Parliament to grant Tobago lawmaking powers, Duke does not believe this is what Tobago truly deserves. Instead, he advocates for Tobago to regain the powers it had before 1876 and argues that the PDP is the only path to achieving this.
I am carrying the spirit of the ancestors with me. That fight. Those who refuse to come to Tobago and prefer to die in the sea. Those who refuse to be enslaved and prefer to run away. Those who stood up on the May 1st, 1876 and fought back.
The PDP political leader promised to elaborate further on his views as the series of public broadcasts continues throughout the week. Candace Jackson, Tobago Update, Television News.
Winds of change blowing your way.
Trinidad and Tobago has officially established diplomatic relations with Palestine, signing a joint communique in New York on Sunday. The event marked a significant engagement for Foreign Minister Dr. Amory Brown during the UN General Assembly's high-level week. The communique, signed with Palestinian Prime Minister Dr. Mohammed Mustafa, initiates ongoing dialogue between the two nations. The Ministry of Foreign and CARICOM Affairs highlighted that this step is indicative of Trinidad and Tobago's commitment to international peace and security, advocating for a two-state solution to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. The country's long-standing support for Palestine includes endorsing UN resolutions, most recently affirming the International Court of Justice's ruling on Israel's occupation. Trinidad and Tobago first recognized Palestine as a state on May 2nd, joining 141 other countries in this acknowledgement. The UNC is considering whether to refer Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley to the Privileges Committee over comments made about election observers in Parliament on Friday, September 20th. Couva South MP Rudranath Indar Singh reiterated the UNC's call for election observers and raised concerns about the Elections and Boundaries Commission printing ballot papers. Meanwhile, Dr. Rowley defended Trinidad and Tobago's history of free and fair elections on Friday, stating that inviting observers would be considered when appropriate. The UNC continues to advocate for election monitoring, saying voters must ensure transparency in the upcoming general elections. You're watching the Tobago Updates television news. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Tobago Updates. Our sports report is next.
Glass Supplies has been a leading name for over 37 years in the glass and aluminum market in Tobago. We provide an extensive range of high-quality, innovative aluminum and glass products for commercial and residential use. Competitive prices with superior and professional services by committed employees who are guided by rigid quality standards. Tobago Glass Supplies specializes in the manufacture and installation of glass and aluminum products that are essential to today's homeowners and the business environment. We are engaged in marketing, sales, and installation of a variety of products. These ranges from windows and doors to necessities such as mirrors for homes and vehicles, designed and manufactured in-house or imported.
never try. One thing to kill you, so what everybody had a dead. Don't knock it until you try it. Rum sweet.
You can now get whatever you need whenever you need it anywhere in Tobago with Tobago. Your meals, medication, groceries, and shopping all delivered directly to you. No more hassle, no more stress. Get the Tobago app today on Google Play or Apple App Store.
That's TAPPOGO and let us deliver to you.
Check our website at www.tapogo.app or call the experts at 494-TOGO and 484-4746. Tobago. Relax. We will get it to you. Tobago's at your service.
All roads lead to the Sid Grace Sporting Complex on Tuesday, 24th September for the THA Republic Day Cultural Show and Fireworks Display. With performances by the Trinidad and Tobago Fire Services Band, the Best of Best Village 2024, highlights from the Tobago Heritage Festival 2024, Flaming Fire Limbo, Franz Job, a steel pan blowout featuring Kirsch Ramsey, Calypso Quartet, and much more. The cultural show begins at 6 p.m. and the fireworks display at 8 p.m. It's the THA's Republic Day Cultural Show and Fireworks Display. Don't you miss it. Welcome to a sports report, and we begin with the roundup of the latest from the Tobago Basketball League with sports reporter Marcus Daniel.
The Tobago Basketball Zonal Commission League made a strong comeback after a 5-year break with exciting action at the Shaw Park Complex. 9 teams are competing in the league, and the first round of games did not disappoint. Seattle Basketball Club bounced things off with a 42-35 win over Vikings Basketball Academy, while Elite Eagles Basketball Academy edged Poor Players 46-42 in a closely fought encounter. Hillbouncers dominated Acer Sports Club 53-26, and Barrack Boys overwhelmed Fivers 51-12. Hillbouncers continued their winning form, beating Seattle 30-26, and Pure Players bounced back with a 40-26 victory over Vikings. Acers claimed a tight 61-56 win against Fivers, while Barrack Boys triumphed 54-50 over Eagles to close out an intense first round of competition. Preliminary matches will continue throughout this week, culminating on Sunday, September 29th, with 4 matches scheduled each night, starting at 5 p.m. Marcus Daniel, Tobago Update Sports.
And now to the latest standings on the Secondary Schools Football League.
In an exciting day of action for the Secondary Schools Football League Tobago Zone Boys Championship, Bishops High School and Mason Hall Secondary came out on top in their respective matchups last Friday. Bishops High School edged Scarborough Secondary School 2-1 with goals from Jelani Johnson and Jaden Anthony. Scarborough's lone goal came through an own goal by Kyle Job. The defeat was Scarborough's first in the campaign, bringing them 2 wins and 1 loss after 3 games. Meanwhile, Mason Hall Secondary cruised to a comfortable 3-0 victory over Pentecostal Light and Life Foundation. Yaish Mohammed was the standout player, scoring twice, while Rikelme Williams added the third. The win brings Mason Hall's record to 1 win, 1 draw, and 1 loss, keeping them in contention in the table. Scarborough Secondary currently leads the standings with 6 points after 3 games, while Mason Hall and Bishops High are tied with 4 points each. Pentecostal Light and Life Foundation has 3 points, and Roxwood Secondary is still looking for their first points of the season. Meantime, Signal Hill Secondary School delivered a stunning performance in the latest round of matches in the Girls' Championship, hammering Roxwood Secondary 9-1 in a dominating display. The match saw a hat-trick from Leah Maria Balfour, supported by goals from Tikaya Dennis, Kalalicia Taylor, Aliyah Baptiste, Kalia Duke, Zaisha Potts, and Kimonique Spencer. Despite a lone goal from Samantha Isles, Roxwood Secondary could not stem the relentless attack from the league leaders. Signal Hill remains unbeaten in the competition with 3 wins out of 3, placing them firmly at the top of the standings with 9 points and an impressive goal difference of plus 20. Elsewhere, Speyside continued their strong run in a comfortable 3-0 victory over Masonville Secondary, courtesy goals from Jenny Gray, Hannah Winchester and Tishaya Harry. Masonville struggled throughout the contest and the loss keeps them at the bottom of the standings with a point from 3 matches. Scarborough Secondary registered a hard-fought 1-0 win against Bishops High. Jalisha Alexander netted the only goal, propelling her team to their first victory of the season. Bishops High, though defeated, remains in second place with 6 points. Marcus Daniel, Tobago Update Sports.
More news and the weather report after this.
It's a different type of thing down there. Now we party till we drop down there. With a lot of pretty girls down there. Down in Tobago.
Oh yeah! I said I can't wait for Tobago in October.
Embark on an adventure to the greatest little island on the planet. Tobago invites you to ritual, revelry, and release.
Whining in the Bago sun, having Bago fun, in Bago drinking rum. We go jump up and carry on.
From October 25th to the 27th, 2024, experience the energetic vibe, the vibrant colors, and the unforgettable spirit of the Tobago Carnival.
Down here in Tobago. In Tobago.
Whether you're tripping down the road or marveling at the beauty and creativity of our artisans, Tobago Carnival is an adventure.
I said I wait and I wait and I wait and I wait for Carnival to come. So I call all my friends, making my plans for the Tobago Carnival fun.
Join us for ritual, revelry, and release. Tobago Carnival 2024, where every moment is memorable.
I said I can't wait for Tobago in October. The biggest and sexy.
Now here what's going on. You see this section? It makes me feel to move. You know why? It's called Pina Colada. I like Pina Colada.
Oh. Forget just the girl them crave for. They really need it too. When you play with
oh my goodness. And as the name says, it is as creamy as it's sweet.
Never wanna leave cause the drinks them running for throw. Cause I really feel a vibe every time I start right down and up and like this. Man, it's nothing like this. Not too bad like you. Forget just something and nobody like you. And every single time we touch, you know I never stop.
This is Pina Colada, something nice with a little bit of spice, and of course, not once, but we're gonna do it twice.
Cruise, make the border.
We are on the road with Pina Colada. Boom, boom.
Earlier this year in April, Trinidad-based promotion company Black Two Sugars hosted the Tobago Jazz and Music Weekend in collaboration with Starfish Hotel. However, for 2025, they have decided to host the event at the Magdalena Grand Beach and Golf Resort. On Saturday, 21st September, Black Two Sugars officially launched the event with members of the company, Managing Director of Enhanced Business Solutions, Kerrigan Roach, and I-95 FM radio presenter John Gill, providing a brief history of the company and what to expect at next year's event. Ariana Sipiu has the story.
Black Two Sugars member Kerrigan Roach said they have been around for 15 years and explained that they began as a backyard lime on Carnival Sunday after Panorama. He said the event grew from 10 people to approximately 300 people. Roach then spoke about their jazz event.
We are lovers of jazz, so we said, okay, let's see how we can take our following, which is a considerable following, I must say, because there are a number of events that we do. Let's see if we can take this following to another level. And that is how we got introduced to the jazz. and hosting and promoting jazz events.
John Gill explained that the company worked with the Mount Irving Bay Resort to revive Jazz on the Beach and collaborated with the Starfish Hotel for their Tobago Jazz and Music Weekend. Gill noted that jazz would usually take place early to mid-April, but they have moved the event to the end of April.
So you can look forward every end of April, Black Two Sugars will be doing jazz in Tobago. And we started that, as I said, this year. We made a couple other changes as well. Jazz on the Beach was a cooler event. You brought your cooler, you relaxed. We changed that to a drinks-inclusive event.
He said that this is how the event would be structured going forward. Gill stated that B2S is also encouraging artisans to participate in the event. He said that this year's event was successful, but they wanted it to grow, explaining that the space at the Starfish Hotel was confined.
We came to Magdalena. They were very agreeable, and we met with their team, and we are now, from April next year, we will be taking our Black Two Sugars brand of beachfront jazz and the Tobago Jazz, Music and Golf Weekend to Magdalena from next year.
Gill thanked Magdalena Grant for accommodating them. He said they intend to take their events to the international level since most of them have been local and regional. Ariana Scipio, Tobago Updates Television News.
A nesting site for turtles was deemed a cremation site by Terence Pitt, who was called by Turtle Beach yesterday due to a complaint he received about the destruction of 5 turtle nests. The turtle species have been deemed as endangered. Reporter Joe Sheldon tells us more.
Turtle Beach has been an active site for the endangered leatherback, hawksbill and green turtles. Authorities have cited this area as being of environmental importance. However, yesterday, a gardener and employee at the Starfish Hotel reportedly lit a fire on 3 to 5 turtle nesting areas at the beachfront. Terence Pitt, a tour guide, arrived at the scene yesterday and has described the scenario as a cremation.
It was more like a rescue effort. So the fire was like lighting, it was so high that even from between 25 to 30 feet away, you could actually feel the heat. So the nests into the fire and even closer in the close range, we couldn't save those.
Pitt shared that the gardener was told by an SOS member that he should not be burning there. However, this advice was ignored.
So I met the guy this morning and he told me he met the manager briefly and trying to explain to the manager why is he giving the gardener permission to actually use the turtle nesting area as a dump, right? The manager behaving like he do not understand what the guy is talking about.
Each nest, according to Pitt, can carry between 80 to 120 eggs. He shared that he spoke to the president of SOS, who noted that this year's turtle season has seen the lowest survival rates amongst hatchlings according to the data they received. He described this as, quote, alarming. A couple weeks ago, 23 turtle nests were also destroyed on Turtle Beach as an excavator was caught creating a man-made waterway. Residents and the SOS NGO took their concerns to the EMA, and according to Pitt, nothing came of it.
They came forward with actual footage, they came forward with video evidence, they came forward with address, with name to the EMA, and nothing came out of that. People, the landowner, now we have the gardener from the hotel, are actually, they're not abiding by the signs because this beach here is lit with signs. So people are actually destroying the turtle nesting area.
Pitt is calling on authorities to reach out, highlighting the fact that the SOS NGO has been a pillar in the community for gathering the necessary data and protecting the safety of endangered species.
So I just like the authorities to reach out to these people and to actually give them the tools they need to continue doing a very good job.
Joe Sheldon, Tobago Updates Television News.
Well, here's what to expect of the weather tonight into tomorrow from the TNT Met office. Tonight is mostly fair and warm despite the odd overnight shower. Tonight's temperature should be around 28 degrees Celsius. Tomorrow, generally hot and sunny daytime conditions, while overnight will be mostly fair and warm. There is a low chance of showers or odd thunderstorms in 1 or 2 areas. Tomorrow's temperatures should reach a high of 33 degrees Celsius with a heat index of 38 degrees Celsius. Seas slight with waves near 1.3 meters in open waters and smooth in sheltered areas. Sunrise is at 5:51 and sunset at 5:57. And that's how we end this evening's newscast. Here's a recap of our headlines. Murder 23 and 24 in one weekend. Business Chamber head urges citizens to call Crime Stoppers. Minority leader calls for political entities to join him in a day of prayer for Tobago. PDP launches its political campaign, and the 2025 Tobago Jazz, Music and Golf Weekend launched. I'm Patricia Nicholson-Richards, thanking you so much for joining us, wishing you a great night and a happy Republic Day.